everyone, this is Lori here from Lori Hooks. Welcome. Thanks for hanging out with me today. So I'm recording a little bit later in the day today than I usually do. I usually try to record in the morning, but today I am recording in the afternoon, and I don't know why. For some reason I feel a little more calm today. I don't want to say it's not a bad calm, it's just like a very Zen mode today. I am taking my lunch break and recording this video. It is almost 2:30 in the afternoon though, but I need a little break from sitting at my desk and typing and working and staring at a screen. So thought I would record and show you what I have worked on for the last week and maybe some little chat about life, whatever, we will see where that goes. So if you've been watching before, then you probably know that I am wearing my finished object. This is my Eva Cardigan. The pattern is by Rebecca Langford, and it is a free pattern on her blog at Yarn and Chai. I will link that in the description box below. So it is a free pattern on her blog. She also has a YouTube tutorial with explaining a bunch of it, and you can buy the PDF, which I did do. And I'm going to insert some pictures here of what my finished cardigan looks like. Try to sit to one side so that my pictures show a little bit better. So to go back a little bit, I will start at the beginning of the explanation for the sweater. I saw this sweater quite a while ago. It just popped up somewhere, and it probably started with a video popping up somewhere, and then I watched that and I really liked the sweater and thought that it looked really modern, and I decided that I wanted to make it, and I loved the color choices that she had chosen. So the yarn that she suggested is this Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek DK, and it is a low pill acrylic. It is supposed to be a 3 weight. They call it a 3 light, and each donut is 114 grams, 478 yards, 437 meters. And the recommended kneading needle is a 4 millimeter, and the recommended crochet hook is a 4.5 millimeter. So I originally purchased the colors that she indicated she had made in her cardigan, which were Mink, Cloud Control, and Pink Lemonade. And I originally started to work that up. I showed that in a video a few weeks ago. And the Mink color and the Cloud Control colors, they were very similar, and you lost this blocking effect that this has. It just looked like the Mink and the Cloud Control looked like one very large block with a pink block underneath. And I wasn't liking the way that that looked. I don't know why hers is so different. I don't know if she has listed the wrong colors on there, or if maybe the lots were that different between different lot numbers. I'm really not sure. So I went back online and went back and purchased the color Linen, which is this color here, from Hobby Lobby, and had it shipped up to me. So I am in Canada. There is a video explaining how to get a Hobby Lobby order into Canada if you don't want to, if you don't have a friend in the US that can ship it to you, or you don't want to go that method or whatever. I have a video for that. So the colors that I ended up using were Mink, Cloud Control, and Pink Lemonade. I ordered the quantities that she suggested, which was 3 donuts of the Mink, 2 donuts of Linen, and 2 donuts of Pink Lemonade. For whatever reason, the donuts in the Linen donuts, because it's all color blocks, the back and the 2 front panels, they all use the same amount of the Linen color and the Pink Lemonade, but the Linen did not go nearly as far as the Pink Lemonade did. I don't know if it's because it's more heavily dyed and it's because of that it weighs more. It's a very big possibility. But the linen did not go as far, so I did have some concerns after finishing the 2 front panels and the first 3 stripes of the sleeves. I had some concerns about running out of linen, that and because I wanted to extend my sleeves a little bit, which that is the only change that I made to the pattern. The pattern recommends a 3.5 millimeter. I think it was a 3.5. It might have been smaller actually. She said to go down a couple sizes on your crochet hook for your foundation and for your first row, which is what I did. I used a 3.5, and then for the rest of the body of the sweater I used a 4.5 millimeter. She has you build all your parts. So back panel, your 2 front panels, your 2 sleeves, but she had you complete your sleeves, assemble everything, and then do the collar here last. I did the first 3 stripes on the sleeves. I left the last stripe. I assembled everything and sewed it together. Then I tried it on and decided about the sleeves because I thought they were going to be too short. If you are like me and you like very long sleeves, you might want to consider adding a few rows like I did. It ended up that I added 6 extra rows. So I did 2 extra rows on this mink, and then I did 4 extra rows on the linen. The other change that I made was I wanted my cuffs a little tighter. So I went down to a 4 millimeter hook for my cuffs, and I reduced the number of rows that there is here by 2 so that the cuffs were a little bit smaller. So those are the only changes that I made. And as I said, I think for most people you could do the pattern and it would be just fine. It's just because I like my sleeves extra long. So in terms of what I have left, I have left about half a donut of the mink, and I have probably a little bit more than half a donut of the pink lemonade. And the linen that I have left is a complete tangled mess. I weighed this. This is about a quarter of a donut, maybe an eighth. A donut was originally 114 grams. Yeah, I think what's in my hand is about 18 grams when I weighed it. I was weighing while I did the sleeves to make sure that I did not run out while I was working on my sleeves. So that is my Eva cardigan. I am extremely happy with how it came out. It is comfortable. I finished it on Saturday. I did put it in the wash on the hand wash cycle in my washing machine on Sunday morning. Put it in the air dry cycle for about 15 minutes, and then I laid out some towels on the floor in the basement. Laid out some towels on the floor and laid out my sweater on there and flipped it after about 24 hours. I flipped it to the other side, and then when I checked it about 24 hours after that, it was dry. So it was a tiny bit itchy before I washed it. Now that it has been washed, it is not itchy at all, and it hangs really, really nice. It is not stiff at all. It's very nice fabric. It's a lovely sweater. I think I'm going to get lots and lots of use out of it, and I would definitely make this pattern again. And I think that this pattern is good for, because it has the tutorial, I think even a beginner could crochet this, just basic stitches, and it was really easy to make. So that is my Eva cardigan. And I did start a new project. So in my last video, I had gone to Walmart and purchased some sparkle yarn in Christmas colors, and I started on my Christmas blanket. So here's what I have so far. I am not using a pattern. Sorry, my attached yarn is getting in the way. I am not using a pattern. So for this, I just decided to do, this is 8 rows of the Suzette stitch, 4 rows of single crochet, 8 rows of Suzette stitch, 4 rows of single crochet. I'm going to go back and do 8 rows of Suzette stitch in the gray, Again, 4 rows of the white and then back to green, and I will continue in that fashion. This is that stitch is a bit of a yarn eater, but it is coming out beautiful. I love the texture. I love the way you can see all those shiny bits in there. For some reason you can't see the sparkle on the white, but it is a sparkly yarn as well. And if you missed the last video, the sparkle yarn is, I purchased at Walmart. It's Bernat Premium. And I purchased the green, the red, the white, and the gray. And I think the color names were pretty obvious, like white sparkle, gray sparkle. I think the green said light green sparkle, or Kelly green maybe sparkle, and then red sparkle. But I am enjoying working on this so far. My daughter keeps commenting on this green. She calls it Grinch green because she thinks this is very close to the color of the Grinch, and I'm not going to disagree with her. It is pretty Grinchy looking, other than the fact that it's got this sparkle on there, which is not very Grinchy. So that is my Christmas blanket so far. And the other thing that I've been working on a little bit is, and I started this quite a while ago. I will insert a picture here of the pattern that I purchased. It is, the pattern comes with an elf head, a reindeer head, a Santa head, and what she calls a cake, which is more like a cupcake. And I decided to start on the elf first, and I had finished his head, and let's try to get it here. Where's his head? I can't find his head. Oh, it fell on the floor. Okay. So I had finished his head, well, not finished. I had made his head and put on his eyes and his nose. I have crocheted the ears, but I have not assembled it and put his mouth on yet. Just a moment, please. Sorry about that. My dog is here and my neighbor just came home and she was about to start barking, so figured I would pause before she'd started. So as I was saying, I was working on the head and I just haven't finished his facial features and sewing his ears on, and I decided to start the hat the other day. So this is the hat so far. Lots of color work on here. It's really cute, but the color work makes it so a lot of work. And she has you do, so I'm done the hat except for at the bottom she has you do baubles and attach them, and I started to try to do a couple of them. You do these baubles and you attach them to the bottom and to a row. It's about 3 rows up, I think. She has you leave front loops and have you attach it there, and I've never done that before. I would consider myself a pretty intermediate to advanced crocheter, and I've never done this before and I'm having trouble grasping it for some reason. So hopefully I'll figure it out, and if I don't, then I think that it needs some type of embellishment around the bottom, so whether I do something else, I don't know. But I'm continuing on the hat, and then I will assemble it. I think it might need a pom-pom, that I might need to find myself a pom-pom. Excuse me. So I've gotten started on the Christmas stuff. We are working on them. And that's kind of what I'm interested in doing right now. So whether I'll continue with what I have here, and then once the elf is done, I'll probably get started on some more ornaments. I do like to give my friends and family a little Christmas ornament or something like that to go with their gifts or with their cards, whatever. And so yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. So yeah, so it's been you know, my last video I talked about how much of a beautiful fall we're having. It is still beautiful outside. It's still bright and sunny. The temperatures have dropped a little bit in the last few days since we had a beautiful weekend. But today's Wednesday, so I think it's been since Monday that the temperatures have dropped about, I don't know, 5 or 6 degrees. Like right now it's showing it's 11 outside, whereas we were getting daytime temperatures more like around 18. That's Celsius, so that's pretty warm, especially for this time of year. But still, 11's a great temperature for during the day for the beginning of November, and we certainly cannot complain about what it's been like outside. So I don't think I have anything else new going on with me. Yeah, I got my hair cut. It's not looking too great today. I'm working from home today, so I did not do my hair this morning, and it's looking really drab and flat today. So hopefully, I did wash it yesterday and it looked okay, and I had it cut on the weekend. But I had it washed yesterday and it looked okay yesterday, so I don't know why it looks so drab today, but it is what it is. Today's not a wash day. Tomorrow will be a wash day, and hopefully it'll look better. Yeah, so that was a lot of yibber-yabbering. So anyway, so I will see you next time on Lori Hooks. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.